This is a quick video to show you a little tip of something I find really useful. So when I go out to schools and I might model in a classroom with a variety of groups of children or whole class teaching, all my schools use a variety of different series or scope and sequences in their literacy program. But this particular one I want to show you comes from Little Learners Love Literacy. They have this document shared on their website, which is a list of all of their read and grab words. Read and grab is a card game, which I use this resource all the time, not just as the fun game that it is for lots of word reading practice in a really fun way, but I use these cards in small group time in, I would say, at least 10 different ways. They're just really handy to have. My set's an old version. If you buy them now, they'll have a different cover, but there are 10 boxes and they're full of word cards. Just they save a lot of prep time. But Little Learners Love Literacy have also shared this document, which is the read and grab word lists on their website, which I'll pop a link onto. So it's a very generous and really useful document. I've always had it printed out and in my folder, because when I'm with a group, I can't keep the scope and sequence in my head. So if I need to think of some words, we need to plan ahead and have our words ready. But if I'm on the spot, I can't remember if they've learned yet or x or eh. And so I need to know, can I make this word? So this gives me all of the words I need. So what I did was printed those a little bit larger than I enlarged it a little bit, and then I've just laminated them and I've put them all onto a ring. So then I can go through, and if we're on stage 1, I've got my lists right here, and stage 2. I won't go through all the stages, but you can just see how it's turned out. So it's just all at my fingertips ready. So I thought that'd be great, for a teacher in a classroom, or if you've got specialist teachers working with intervention or teacher aides who move around to different groups of learners, just to have in their tote, their literacy box. Just very handy. So I'm very pleased with those. If you use a different scope and sequence, you can usually access a word bank for those. So for example, if your backbone scope and sequence is the Sunshine books, then in the teacher manuals, and also I think on their website, I will link to that if I can find it, at the very back are word banks, which you'll see have that nice cumulative sequence where they're adding, you've got your first 8 phonemes and then another 8. These ones use the first 16 phonemes and so on and so forth. And they're even in the sets 4 to 7 books. So you've got all of your vowel spellings coming into. So you've got these word banks right there. And you could do a similar thing with those, sort of collate them. And if you're using phonic books like Dandelion Readers or Launches, or the catch-up series like Moondog or Magic Belt, or if you're Sounds Right trained, then you will be able to access word banks. I couldn't find a Phonic Books one, but if you're Sounds Right trained, you've got that in your manual, and it's just nice to have that there handy all the time, just to collate it. So my next little project is within my teacher manuals for the different series. This is one from Little Learners, is to also collate all together. I love these Let's Write pages because they have got words to practice. Then we have phrases, sentences, and then sort of challenging sentences as well. So when we get up to phrase reading and dictation, I have at my fingertips a set of words and phrases that I know only contain those sound, spelling, correspondences and high frequency words that have been taught. So I want to put all of those together and keep them in a little folder as well, instead of being scattered throughout my teacher manuals. And I'm going to do that for all the different series for myself too. So I hope that's useful, and happy laminating and hole punching.